Nick Sheridan put your heads together. How did you guys get the rhythm back offensively?
I think it starts with number one with communication. Coach Sheridan, Coach DeBoer talk about during the week, how can we be great communicators? I think that's so important for us as an offense is how can we communicate the best and how can we be effective when we communicate. I think that's something we did a really good job with throughout the whole game, throughout the whole week of prep, just the communication aspect of it. I just try to see football in the lens of our play caller and our head coach. And so it's been great to just have another opportunity this week to put in display like all the hard work we had during the week. And so it was just a sign for improvement, and it was able to come into light today.
Can you walk us through the effectiveness of the run game today and what was working?
Yeah, for sure. I think our backs did a really good job with toting the ball, going north and south, being really explosive. When they had the ball in their hands, those guys work tremendously hard amongst each other, just constantly improving, constantly getting better. And they were truly a two-headed monster in the sense of jam and justice, toting the ball today. So I'm proud of those guys for how hard they work and also just how much of an X factor they were in this game today.
Jalen, coming out of the half, it was more of sparky seems. What was kind of the message from coach and kind of what did y'all really execute in the second half?
Yeah, I think as cliche as it is, 1-0. Every opportunity we have, we're going to be our best. The requirement of the players to be our best at everything that we do. But we acknowledge that playing the SC is a very hard task. And so, we have some good play. We have some play we want back. But the best mindset we got to have is going 1-0 and finish. And that's one of our core values as a program is finishing. And so that was the ultimate thing when you go into the second half. No matter what game it is, no matter what score it is, the second half is all about finishing, playing disciplined football, and also being committed to the details leading into the second half.
Jalen, do you feel like a balanced run game kind of takes the offensive, for lack of a better term, weight off your shoulders a little bit? And how does that feel as a quarterback to kind of, have that less pressure?
No doubt. When we have great running backs in a room, it's always great to allow them to be effective in our game plan because they're two. Our whole room is very effective and they're all unique in their own way. And so to have them implemented into the game plan is definitely something that is a key resource for us moving forward, and it complements the pass and having great running backs that do their job. And so as an offense, that's like the best thing. We complement, the both of the pass and the run. And so they're doing a good job. I trust in those guys, no matter who they are, whoever's in, is just they're going to give us their best foot forward and allow our offense to be our best us.
Do you feel like it gives you the freedom to do a little bit more, though? Like
100%. Yeah, 100%. Having those guys, it just sparks confidence amongst everybody. Our offensive line, our receivers, when we have our running backs doing what they do. And so as a quarterback, that's awesome. And I trust them. That's the best thing. And then they have a great relationship as well. That's something that's misinterpreted as it's just the great relationship they have amongst each other and how hard they work during the week.
Jalen, you've taken a lot of snaps so far this season. How big is the bye week for you personally to be able to regroup and reset?
Right. I think the bye week is something that is truly effective at the team, to have that to reflect. The goal for us as players is to grind, refine, and compete at the highest level. And so now it's time to refine, and just look and reflect on, what are some things that we can do to be our best us, and there's so much football ahead of us this season. And so now we can just, separate into pillars of, strengths and also things that we can improve at. So ultimately we can reach, all our goals that we had set, for each other. And so I think the bye week is something that we can take advantage of.
What are your thoughts on the defensive performance today with the shutout?
Man, our defense is doing a really good job. What's great about a team is that we can fuel off of both of each other. And they bring so much energy to the stadium. They do a really good job working hard. Just seeing all the work that's been done in the dark throughout the week and seeing it put in display today has been great. One thing that's not mentioned enough is how great they communicate on defense during the week, man. It starts with our veteran group, who's our leaders, with Deontay, Malachi, Tim Smith, with them being vocal leaders and demanding nothing but excellence amongst each other. And so I think that's why they're playing so well amongst each other, because they hold each other accountable and they all want the same thing. They all want to have success. They all want to be the best defense they can be. And also just Coach Womack just doing a really good job with those guys and just pushing them to be the best they can be. And so there's so many elements to why they're, such a great defense. So I'm proud of those guys. And as an offense, we love just fueling how effective they are in the game.
And then Coach DeBoer was talking about you and the receivers